The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Friday night, another House of Stein exclusive Hot 10 comic book show, the best Hot 10 comic book show on YouTube. How you
The
doing,
original.
guys? Amen. The OG.
OG, the OG.
The OG.
The OG.
Mm-hmm. So, what's going on,
We're doing
guys?
good. Doing good. Hanging out with my boys on beginning of the weekend.
I've got something that I'm so excited to share with you guys.
Ooh. Hey,
I'm sober tonight.
what?
I'm not.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was that kind of a show, but I'm intrigued now, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've
And my
there's
little
the-
doggy's like, "Whoa."
there's some interesting news that I got. I think last night. I think it was last night, and it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be glorious in good ways and bad ways. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 50 live at the beginning of the show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We start the show with our woe/blow books of the week every week. And we have a special woe of the week. This is just a woe of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Whoa.
There's a
Ladies and
story.
gentlemen, that right there. That right there is crazy. This is what I got woken up to the other day from Jesse James Comics. Sold on his eBay sale, his eBay live sale that night. How much do you think he sold this for, Stein?
I know how much he sold it for.
I know you do.
Dear God, somebody stealed it.
What was our over under last time we talked about this book? 800 to 1,000, or did we actually?
I thought it was I think it's a
2
$2,000 book, bro.
So if we did
There's less than 15 of them.
plus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mind blowing.
Yeah. So congratulations to whoever scored that book. We won't give away the name. But
Have you guys ever bought anything on eBay Live?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I will.
No. Even though I have several friends that sell on there too, which is the
Mhm.
sad part.
Yeah.
It's just it's just too hard. I mean, I got too many things going on in my life. I can't sit there and watch a show, and I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
that was the thing about Whatnot. We would all at least like hit, and I'm not trying to compare, but it's just like how it was easier. We were all able to hit each other up and go, hey, flag our shows or bookmark our shows. And we all kind of knew, but now it's a little different.
I do
It's
think
easy.
it sucks that you can't get onto eBay Live on your computer. Like, you have to do it on the freaking phone.
I
Like,
think you can get it on your computer now, but here's the problem with eBay Live. They're going through the same baby steps that Whatnot is. And so the little things, and Big Leg hit it on the head the other day. If you're watching a show and you see all the people that are chatting and that are winning and bidding, you can't say like, you can't click on those names and follow those names. So for instance, in Whatnot, if I'm having a show and Jesse or Big Leg or any of you guys jump in the show, I'm going to go, hey, you guys, they're having a show tomorrow. Follow them. That's my good friend. They're going to give you great deals. And you can just right click their name and hit follow. In eBay, you have to leave the sale, go find them, da 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 da. It's ridiculous. So it's this, and there's a couple other little ones like that, but it's baby steps, you know, and I think they're learning. I think that they went down a road that they didn't know about, and they are righting themselves now, if that makes sense.
So it's almost like Whatnot, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, do they have a dickhead in charge of eBay Live like they do at Whatnot?
Nope.
Probably.
Nope.
But we don't know them.
No, I'll tell you this right now. The answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah. The answer is no.
So what prompted Jesse to sell this on that rather than just
because
throwing it on regular eBay?
Because listen, there's two different types of sellers that I know. Here's a perfect example. Jesse. Jesse's the type of seller that knows his margins, and he's a turn and burn guy, right? So how much do you think he bought that book for?
$2.
50 cents.
Probably.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
$5 or less.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I get that, but
he doesn't know
like,
what it is. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how rare it is. How many people would be going through comic books other than that watch our show or YouTube sphere, Ben, in reality, in all reality? How many people are going to know what that book is when you're just buying collections or buying books?
If you're a Steranko fan.
I don't know. I mean, it just seems like your audience. I mean, like, I feel like eBay Live audience to do that, like the books that you would move on that to have, 20-second auctions. I mean, it would have to be books that literally you're like, I don't care if it goes for $5 or $4. It doesn't really make any difference. But I mean, he had to have some kind of idea that this was.
I mean,
told me
does
the only
Jesse
reason
sub
he bought
up to our channels?
Yeah, he subs
we
up.
can
He's on the channel.
No,
You know
but
what I
does
mean?
he sub up to the where we say this book is expensive?
Yeah, he subs up to House of Stein. He watches House of Stein. He watches Beyond Wednesdays. He's seen. He said.
Oh,
he
you
said to
gotta
me,
know that's a banger, dude.
dude. But here's the thing: when you this is how busy people watch YouTube, right? Busy people watch YouTube in the background while they're doing stuff, while they're bagging and boarding, while they're getting their books ready for their sales.
I don't watch anything on YouTube.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you're not
I listen
watching
to it on my drive home or to
and
work.
paying like major attention, you don't know anything about this book. And it's just sitting in a box. He basically went to a collection or a shop and found them for $2. Oh, I think I could probably. Here's what he said to me. He goes, I see that book. I know I could sell it for $10. I know I'm going to make at least $10 off of it. Shout out to Lord Tapman's Comics. It says, hey, fellas, what's up with the $5 super chat? What's good, my brother? Good to see you. He's one of the good guys.
Where did he get this from? Because remember, didn't you say that there's only less than?
There's supposedly there's only
20?
like 15 of these known. And
where did he even get it?
He found it in the East Coast, at a shop in the East Coast. He's just said I guess he asked a shop basically, something along the lines of, hey, do you got any like independent stuff or stuff that and they brought out a bunch of stuff, and he just went through it and grabbed all the stuff. That Jesse's a different seller. This is where I was going with this. So Jesse's the type of guy that he goes, okay, I know what's selling right now. And what's selling right now for me on these eBay sales are good girl books, pop culture stuff. Like, he knows really well what sells on his eBay, and he doesn't sell like Drew. Drew at Wanted Comics, he's dropping big ticket items. Jesse is selling 400 items where he's making anywhere from like 600% to 1,000% profit on each item, but they could be, $2 buys or that he's selling for 10. Yeah. So whereas like Drew will, okay, I'm going to grade this. I'm going to send this in. I've tried to ask Jesse to grade books before. I'm like, Jesse, just hold this and let's grade it and send it in. I remember he got the most beautiful 266 I've ever seen. I swear to God, it could have been a 9.9. It was so gorgeous. And I said, Jesse, hold this, send it in to get grading. No, it was already sold. Wow.
Wow.
So that's what comic shop owners do. They turn and burn. And we're the guys, right, that do this, that know that this is a $2,000 9.8. It could be a $2,000. I mean, how much do you think that book would sell for on eBay if it just went on an auction?
Like a Ben or BO or auction?
Yeah. An auction.
Oh.
Like a 7-day
It's
auction.
$1,000.
Yeah, I mean, I think auction, because we weren't talking, or a lot of people weren't talking about it. They had to either watch our show or watch another show that has talked about how rare this book is. I think that probably between 800 to probably $1,000. I think if they sat in somebody's stores, a Ben or BO, and they priced it at $1,499.99 or best offer, I think they probably will get a little bit more. But
shout out to Mr. Longshort, who's also a big part of the reason why this book is known. He says, "What's up, fellas? Much love," with a $20 super chat.
Thanks, Ben.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, man, craziness.
All right. Hey, look
I
at
thought he
you,
was
dude.
coming on the show.
Yeah. Are you coming on the show, Ben? Let us know.
He's always got a seat, man. If he wants to come on, he's always welcome.
I'll shoot him the link right now.
This is just, it's so interesting, man, to me, and this goes to prove that these rare books are out there. They're out there, you guys. You just got to go to your comic shops and search, and you got to go to your flea markets and search, and
I pity the fool.
I would love to own that book.
Right.
That
It's
is
badass,
such a beautiful cover. It's so rare.
Fucking T, brah. T.
When I saw that, I immediately started typing "don't sell that" and hit enter, and like I already saw that it sold.
You should have bought it.
Yeah, no shit, man. You could have had that for under $300. Wow.
Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know what this is, what we've been talking about here, this book sold for $215.
God damn.
So he knew about it enough to put scarce, hard to find, denied cover. He just didn't know how rare it was. Like,
Well, I think it's one of those situations, right? Like, kind of what Ben was saying, that your audience is limited to like however many people you get, and there's two ways of thinking of that, right? That it's either A, kind of smart. We spent like 5-10 minutes talking about this at this point, and it's like free marketing for him. That was like he's gonna throw up crazy books that you can get at a really good deal.
That's very true.
The other school of thought of it is, you are limiting your audience, but if you had just had a regular weekly auction for it, it could have gotten to the moon.
Yeah.
But he's here to turn and burn, like you're saying. So
yeah, man. Crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. So that is our Whoa book of the week. Well, not Whoa book, Whoa moment of the week. I think that was that was pretty freaking crazy. So we have a couple could be blow books of the week. And let me get them ready here, because some of these are pretty interesting. I got a bunch from a bunch of people sent me.
What, a bunch of people are creeping up on my shit, dude?
Yeah, dude. Of the ones I
see, I made it fun. Now everybody wants to fucking play in this shit, dude. Fuck off.
Of the ones I can show, I'm trying to find, because there's some out there, you guys, that are like, holy cow, there's no way you can show that book on the
show it. Let's go.
Yeah, there's definitely a line that we can't cross.
Yeah.
No, there is no line. We're all in.
I'll show you the book, bro. I'll show you the book. I'm gonna send it to you, okay? Let me send Hood the book, just so. I mean, actually, you know what? I'll put it on the Discord. That's what I'll do.
I'll put it in the private chat.
All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Private chat. See if that will take you to it. Will that take you to it? Yeah, that takes you to it. Yeah, that takes you to it.
Bro, show it, bro.
Oh my gosh. Do I want to click? Is this going to give
Let's
my computer a
go.
virus?
It's not
Dude, your
that. It's
computer's
not
gonna get
that
virus.
bad, Stein. But it's
So many pop-ups. No, I'm just joking.
No.
I'm just messing with
No,
you.
we are not going down that road.
yeah. It's not that bad to see, but it's definitely not.
Yeah, it. Somebody might say something.
Yeah.
Off.
That being said, show the damn book. Weirdo, the Weirdo, number 3. That is a crazy book right there.
Man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I told them that when I first looked at this, I thought they were like in water and he was eating a fish raw. Nope, that's a cat. He's eating a freaking. He's eating a
He's
cat.
eating the cat, bro. What the hell?
I thought it was.
What the hell is that
I thought it was
monster in the back,
exactly
dude?
that. In the water, grabbed a fish, and he's just having some sushi.
Yeah, I thought it was a catfish.
It's a freaking cat. Dude
Oh.
is eating a cat, and
Ow! Ow!
See, when you first wrote that in chat, when I first glanced at it, I was like, I thought you meant the dude in the suit was the cat, and I was like, that's a
Nope.
weird looking cat.
Was a super weirdo.
Lord Tatman, it does that to me all the time too for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like multiple ones and it stops you from doing it. It's very weird.
I just sometimes really do wonder. I don't even know when this thing came out or was published, but like sometimes I really wonder what is going through people's heads.
Like
You sure he's eating the cat or is he giving the cat a kiss?
he's
Like,
giving it CPR, bro. Liger Style says that's a normal Thursday night for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's another one we got sent. Shout out to the sender of this. I don't know if I should say the sender, so I don't, but yeah, this one is pretty crazy. Psycho Killers, the Human Vampire Special. Unauthorized biographies of real vampires.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a stellar cover. Hey, let's just put their entire face. Let's ink the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's going on there?
It's kind of
I don't
creepy
know.
looking.
Yeah.
Looks like
Right?
OJ.
It's kind of creepy looking, man. It's scaring me. So, of course, you guys, those are our blow.
Hey, where's my blow? Where's my blow book, dude?
Yeah. That blows. Moving on
Oh man.
to buy the dip. Starting off with Iron Man issue 12, the Raza variant from 2021, one of my all-time favorite covers. Classic cover. And
Yeah, I gave that one to you. Remember?
yeah, hell yeah, man. Nice minty copy.
I still got like 47 of them.
Such a good cover, dude. So good. So
This was Aaron's pick here.
Yeah, so I saw a sale today, which was, pretty much the 2 super chats at this point now that we've gotten at $40. So thank you. That pays for that copy that I bought. No, I'm joking. But when I saw that, like a CGC 98 selling for $40, I was like, dang, that is low.
look at what Kal-El just said. Hold on. He just said, I found an Animation Magazine #1 first cover appearance of The Simpsons for $5.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Back to the book. Just to to add to what Aaron was saying, I dug a little deeper once he gave me the book and the cell he found, and just within I think less than 3 weeks before that, the second week of April, $33. So when I went back and looked, and I saw this book peak at like $149.99, didn't stay there for long, and then it kind of just sat around $100. Now you can get the book. I mean, if you look for what it costs to grade it.
Yeah. So the high for this year has only been $57. The high for last year was $80, and then in 2022 it peaked out at $211. But asterisk.
Wow. I would buy that all day, every day for that.
I love
But
that
you know what?
Yeah, especially
Wilbert
all black
says,
cover.
yeah, Wilbert says something very interesting. That is, he says, problem with this book is everyone has 47 copies.
Yeah.
True.
You got 47 copies of this, Wilbur?
I mean, there are 706 9/8s on the census.
That's a
Great
good cover,
book.
but yeah.
Killer
Yeah,
cover.
So,
Hey, you know how many I got?
I mean-
0.
0.
0. All right,
You have
moving
2?
on.
2?
Yeah. Next, we have
0.
Avenging Spider-Man number 9, a book that during the craze of speculation back in 2020, this book was the darling of finding in dollar bins and selling for $400 the next day raw. This book sold for so much damn money at some point. It was unreal. And now
Yeah, this was another one I earned, just like you were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, so this book peaked out in 2018 at a high of $805. It is now dipped down to the last sale was $90.
You know what?
so-
I
didn't see
didn't
that.
understand about this book
I didn't see
was
that.
that all the sales during COVID and everything, all the preview books and everything like that, were just blowing up. Like the issue before this book, on the back of it, had this cover, which
Mhm.
made that the first appearance. But that never was. Nobody
actually
ever
there
kind
was
of-
a summer preview sampler that had half of this cover on it that they
Really?
put out. Yeah. It was a sampler with this and Spider-Man number 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. I have a couple of those graded. So I graded 4 of these and 4 of those samplers. And I would put them up on eBay and sell them for $800 for the 2. You know what I mean? And it was like all day, every day. I was finding so many of those books. I found a stack of 20 of the samplers, and I would just go find these books out in the wild like everybody else, and you'd sell them together. I remember I was giving them to people. I was like, "Here, you want one?" You know, my buddies, here, go ahead and take one. You know, you buy them for $1, or you know, a stack of them for 20 of them for $1, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's
When these came, I mean, I found like they were still bundled together in paper bag wrap or whatever, like that it comes in through Diamond.
yeah. Yep. Mr. Longshort, what is up, brother?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Good to
Oh,
see
what's
you,
going
man.
on?
Yeah, right, man.
All right, let's move on to the next Buy the Dip book. Riri Williams, Ironheart, number 1, the Bartell 1 in 50. Another darling of the industry.
This so there's 2 1 in 50s, right? There's one with Stephanie Hans, and then there's this Bartell. Am I mistaken there? I thought the Bartell was a no, I'm sorry, not the Bartell. The Stephanie Hans was a 1 in 100. But when I checked cover price, it said 1 in 50. I thought it was really strange that this book was down. Well, not strange, but I thought it was shocking that this book was down to $47 on a low. Average fair market value $100. I mean, this book, even after the pandemic, was still almost unattainable for this new book.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now it's
Yeah, the
attainable.
Bartell on this was really, really tough for a long time. The Hans, for whatever reason, was a little bit easier, but the Bartell was the one to have.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, if she had never come out in Black Panther, bro, this book wouldn't have tanked the way it has, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that
Oh.
actress single-handedly ruined this book, dude.
There's only 87 9/8s. There's a total of 113 blue labels graded for this book.
Books are dropping, man. Books that were crazy moderns are just dropping like rocks. And it's coming down to those rare books that, you know, that are only pulling in that big money anymore. Unless they're brand new and they're on the hot 10. So $100
Yeah.
or $50 for this for a 9/8. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the high was? in 2021,
Huh.
1190.
Whoa.
Yeah.
$1,200?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And then in 2022 it was 950. And then
When did Black
last-
Panther come out?
was it
22.
Let's check the
Yeah.
price after that.
in 2023 it dropped down to the high of 260.
Still, damn, that's way
Yeah.
down. Way down.
Yeah. So
It's like 80% down.
yeah.
I like
I mean,
her
this
shoes.
book was always really tough to find, though. Like always, really,
Mhm.
really hard. So, I get the explosion, but the collapse seems a little extreme to me, anyways.
Yeah,
you want me to-
$47 for a 9.8.
Here's what the
Yeah,
collapse
I'm a
is.
buyer. I'm a buyer.
I really think that the collapse is this character's dead for all intents and purposes, right? There's not a book she's in that is being talked about that's we're being excited to talk about. You know what I mean? It's there's very few books that are out these days that we get excited to talk about. I mean, there's books that are on the Hot 10 tonight that we're excited to talk about, that we're reading, and which happens, you know, there's a couple a week, but you know, a lot of these characters, for all intents and purposes, are dead storyline wise. I mean, they're not. I know they're not dead in the universe, but nobody's reading anything or excited to read anything they're in.
Yeah, 100%, Brian, 100%. And I
Weird.
think Dominique Thorne did not excite fans in that Black Panther 2 movie. So,
Yeah.
there's no energy behind this stuff. So, I hear you, 100%.
All right, moving on. We have another crazy book that was nuts during the 2020-2021 time period. Sentai number 2, the first appearance of the Power Rangers, Antarctic Press book.
Yeah, I found 3 sales in the last 45 days. The low sale of 150. I think it was like 149.99. It was a Benner BO, and I'm pretty sure it was a Benner BO because the price was crossed out. And then I found another one for 400, and I think the other one I found was like somewhere close to 381 on an auction. So I come up with a 263. I mean, even after the pandemic, I mean, this book was a monster during the pandemic. Shout out to Flipside. I mean, we talked about this book multiple times on our roundtable. But even after, I mean, this book is a monster. I mean, there's just not a lot of them come up for sale. And when they did, people pounced and they got a good deal.
I pressed so many of these fucking books, dude. I like it. I was just like, I don't want to see that book anymore, bro.
Yeah, another you know, IP that's kind of faltering, right? They're ending that one series, the Dark, what's it called? Dark something, Power Rangers Dark something. It's like a long series that they thought Power
Dark
Rangers
Shatter?
were. Yeah, what was it?
Was it Dark Shatter?
I think
something
something
like
like that. But they thought that Power Rangers were popular enough to start another series. You know what I mean? So they had 2 Power Ranger series out that were ongoing, and they just killed the one. So
Do they still make Power Rangers?
yeah,
Like the toys?
No, like the show.
Oh, the show?
I hope not.
That's a
They
great
had a
question.
movie recently, right? Like 2019?
Yeah, that was like to get all the original 90s actors in their paycheck.
Do you guys think that the Fruit of the Loom book is more rare than this?
Isn't that
Yes.
one actually more based on the Power Rangers that we know of?
I don't know.
Versus the Sentai 2 is just like, I think it's just by name and then like kind of by character design, but it's like completely different.
I have
Like
no
interior
clue.
guts wise.
But
if
which
I'm
one's more
not
rare?
mistaken.
Is the Fruit of the Loom one more rare? Fruit of the Loom one is super rare. All right.
Yeah, I would say 100%. And a high grade for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that
For
too.
sure.
Yes.
Excellent.
I
All
can
right.
look at the census real quick. There's only 6 and a 9.8 for the Sentai number 2. There's a total of 117 graded.
Damn.
It's not many.
Yeah, so I could assume that the Power Range, the other one, the Fruit of the Loom book, that's a underwear company in the '90s that's mass producing comics.
Spider Guy
Or-
News
or-
says that
probably-
Netflix has the rights right now, and they're working on 2 new series and an adult one and a kid one.
An adult one. Hi, I'm
Well-
a Power Ranger.
Well, it's because most of the kids that fell in love with Power Rangers are in their
Swipe left.
30s now. We're old fogies, man.
Yeah.
You know, us GI Joe and fucking Star Wars guys, and we're old.
See, I was late '80s, so I did catch that Power Ranger wave, like the first one. But
Shut up, Yee.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I-
Moving on.
because I'm a time traveler.
The
Duh.
Miles
Power Rangers
Morales.
like you've never seen them before.
Miles Morales Spider-Man Annual #1, the amazing Tony Fleecs cover, the 1 in 25 from August of 2021. Such a great cover.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
CGC
awesome.
98.
Awesome.
CGC 98. You can get it for $34.
Wow.
What the
Whoa.
fuck on this
Yeah.
book? This is a beautiful book. Wow.
Yeah.
$34.
Multiple
Jeez.
sales, like between $34 and $45.
God.
Averaged out to a pretty solid $40. So you'd be paying that much at a shop raw. You get the 9.8. It's not like you were gonna read it.
And someone's trying to burn the house down, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just like, fuck comics. Fuck it. I'm selling everything.
Come on.
Fuck it. Fire sale.
Get me out. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Or like, come on, babe, please, not my books. No, I'm leaving you. Sell.
Any
$30.
creator, any content creator right now that does any sort of a market report or a market look back is saying that to themselves right now, like, holy shit, things are selling for way too low. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, all these books on the dip aren't buys necessarily, but this one, it's an annual. It wasn't heavily ordered. It's beautiful. Like, if you can find this book cheap, grab it for sure.
Yeah. $34 for a CGC 9.8. Wow.
There's a typo. There's a typo. So I made a mistake. It wasn't CGC 9.8. My bad. It was raw copies near mint minus or better.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
that's what we're looking
Okay.
at. Yeah, raw copies near mint minus. or
Somebody that
better.
had one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't want to let it go. I
Richie, God damn it, man!
get
You're-
called out. We like full transparency. So
Yeah, it was
Somebody
throwing me,
unplugged their shit.
it was throwing me
Yeah.
off because I was looking at GPA and I was like, I haven't seen any graded ones sell this
no,
year.
yeah, raw
Yeah.
copies near mint minus or better. Yes. And I remember
Alright.
this book was on the Hot 10. I want to say twice
I wouldn't doubt it.
because when Ben put it on, and then I think it was either the next week or the week after, it jumped even higher.
Yeah.
wow. All right. Moving on. Next, we have got the end of the Buy the Dip. Make sure you guys go check out Spec Media. You guys can find the link below, where Richie and Yee also do a more strewn out and extra book Buy the Dip show with all other goodies every Tuesday night at what time?
We start between 8 and 8:10, and we just go and see what happens. Usually it's about an hour to an hour and 15-minute show, but depending on pickups at the end, it'll get to an hour and 30. It's really good.
Well, you guys have
I
been
love,
doing.
I love when McClay goes. And next on Buy the Dip is the end of the Buy the Dip.
Can't take this shit no more, bro.
I was like
It's
in
over.
anticipation, like
It's
what's
like
what's
the
next?
most depressing part of the show, man. It's like buy the dip. Like, let me show you how much of a fucking moron you were for buying these.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys
Yeah,
go
yeah.
check out Spec Media. So close, you guys. They are less than 40 subscribers away from 1,000.
Hell yeah, Richie.
There's
Hell yeah, bro.
100
What are you guys waiting
62.
on? Go subscribe, man. Come
Yeah.
on, subscribe to Richie.
162 people watching right now, and I'm pretty sure that at least 40 of you are not subscribed to Spec Media. There's the link in the chat. Go show some love. Let's get those guys over 1,000 tonight.
I'll give away a slab, bro. I'll give away a slab. Get 'em at
We're-
1,000.
yeah, we're warming up the seat because we're inching away closer and closer.
Yeah.
Hey, I told Aaron, it's not a joke. I couldn't have done this without Aaron and this whole team. This whole team has gotten us to where we are now, and have, at least for me and Aaron, I know we both feel really good about it. But I'm gonna say, when Aaron jumped on the show, I told him, I was like, man, I was only averaging this many viewers and this many subs. He jumped on the show, and the viewers went up by like almost 100%. So kudos to him.
Oh,
Not bad, brother.
I didn't know I had that much of a following.
Hey, we'll see if
dude,
it's
come
really
on, bro.
Aaron.
You got-
Don't let him on the show anymore. See what happens.
Yeah, it's an
Aaron's the
AI,
man.
Aaron.
Come on.
I know
No, I can't
Aaron's-
make it next week. I'm not feeling well.
Yee pulls people from like 17 shows. So I mean,
He does
I-
like 47 shows. So
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, it's really easy when you do like 47 shows a week. So
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to the almost 10.
You're all like, yeah, I saw Aaron on Long Story Flip Side.
All right, starting off their first almost 10 book, a free comic book day, the first of a few free comic book day books tonight. Doctor Who Free Comic Book Day 2024. This is the new Doctor Who, 15th Doctor, and this is the free comic book day issue that they put out for him. So, I don't know anything about Doctor Who, to be honest. I think Doctor Who is very hard as an American to get into. It's
Why?
it's a lot of shows to watch. There's a lot of history
It's-
to it.
It was
I
so
accidentally-
cheesy as a kid. When I was
Yeah.
a kid, I thought it was so cheesy that it was hard to get into. I did get into it a little bit when Eccleston and Matt Smith and the guy that played the purple dude,
Oh,
Mr.
David
Purple.
Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant were in it. Like, I could watch those episodes, but man, when I was a kid, I remember seeing those. I used to watch Monty Python with my grandma. My grandma loved British humor, so we would
That's
stay up when I was ever hanging out with her, and we'd watch
you-
Monty Python. And I remember watching, I think Mr. Who was on before it or sometime during that time period, and I remember seeing it, just thinking, man, this shit is weird. But that's why people love it, because it is weird. It's out there.
It's dope. I mean, I like watching it, like getting super stoned and just like kind of like zoning out and like enjoying it. But I saw all these at all the shops I was going to. I didn't pick up any either. which
I
I'm kinda-
accidentally saw the trailer, dude, and I can't unsee it now.
Well, this is you're right, Lord Tatman. Doctor Who is gay and black now. He is a gay black man now, and
I
here's
didn't
your
know he
first
was gay.
appearance of the.
That's the guy.
Yep.
Oh wow.
They're
Yeah.
time travelers, right?
Yes, and they
Okay.
always reborn. They get reborn. I think it's been a girl
Regenerated.
regenerated. I think it's been a girl too before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was a
previous
girl.
doctor before this was a female, and then before that was Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
do any of you guys actually buy any of these free comic book days for first appearances?
Mm-mm.
No.
I
No.
only have ever
Buy-
bought one, and it was what was the My Chemical Romance dude book?
Oh,
Umbrella
Jack White?
Academy.
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella?
Oh, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
I did buy that book too as well, and then I did flip it. So.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here. Actually, I think I bought all of them, but not the free comic book. I mean, I bought the free comic book day and flipped it, but yeah, all the other ones.
So here we go.
This one's selling for like $10 before Brian asks.
Well,
Wow.
I'm
Damn.
gonna follow up Ben and say, do you consider these comic book first appearances? Or do you
Ooh.
categorize them as like preview appearances?
No, they have to be because, and listen, I love Stein, but you guys have talked. About, you guys have talked about promo comics, like raving about them, but free comic book day comics hate them. So I don't think you can segregate the two. I think you have to acknowledge these books for what they are, and They're mass produced, yes, but you can't dismiss them for what
It's
they
still
are.
distributed by the comic by comic publishers,
Yes,
right?
100%,
I-
100%.
it's not like it's just like some random dude printing out free comic book day books.
I mean, you guys have praised promo comics multiple times, but free comic book day is segregated to a different category, and I think
but
it all falls into the broad.
I don't think I would say any of those promo comics are first appearances. They might be like a hey, if you love this thing, that'd be cool to have, but I wouldn't consider it a first appearance.
Drama,
The
drama.
distributor, so
Exactly.
the comic book stores have to pay for these, right? So they're giving them away, but they're on the hook for paying for these. It's not free for them, right? They're
Or what,
paying
10 cents a piece?
No.
25 probably.
12 a quarter.
I asked them out of curiosity, what are you paying? And it's probably 25 cents. But it's a promo comic, and there are promo comics that we love, and there are promo comics that we hate. These fall into the hate category, but I think it has to fall under the same broad umbrella, to be honest with you. Now, these are more mass produced, arguably. They're probably more collected versus, many that are thrown away. But I don't know. I struggle. I mean, how many of these really have held value over time? Truly, next to none of them. But I just can't think I don't think we can ignore them as books that are potentially relevant.
Yeah, I don't think I don't even necessarily think it's the fact of it costing the shop 10 cents or 20 cents or whatever. I don't even think it's necessarily that. I think it's just the fact that the publishers who put these out are not necessarily, they don't really, they're just doing it as an advertisement to see if anybody is going to, they're just using it like as a test market type thing to see whether or not anybody wants to buy the actual books.
Totally. But when Audi puts out a book, right? Audi, the automaker, puts out a comic book, right? They sell for whatever they give away. How is that different than this? Or pick your free comic book, right? I mean, they've gone on forever, and some of them go for big bucks.
Previews.
XYZ retailer. It's not, there's a lot of these guys who give away free comics over time. And I just don't distinguish between the two necessarily. And I understand free comic book day is bigger. There's a lot more, people participating in it, but, it's hard for me to, and like I said, most of these are worthless. Like I can't even think about many that have ever commanded real value over time, have held value over time. So I'm not saying that, but there's a lot of promotional comics that have been given out over time that do hold value, that have been very difficult to get, that command high prices.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Next, we've got Eerie Magazine, issue number 87 from October of 1977 with a gorgeous Frank Frazetta cover. How many people go into comic book shops and look for these on this panel? Do you guys ever go look for magazines? Yeah, fucking A.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't deep dive into it, but I'll glance through it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just to see if there's any of the really good covers.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I would say about half the time when I do find a really good cover, they're super high priced.
And
they
super
know.
low grade, right?
Yeah. They know.
Definitely.
I wasn't sure if I was the only one that was. I do run into some of these weird magazines at half price books every so often.
There's a used bookstore where I work who puts these out for $10, regardless of the issue. And I've grabbed many of them over the years for super low prices.
Yeah.
And it's $10 no matter who did the cover. So
that's dope.
The old
Yeah.
Jesse James selling method.
I still mess with my LCS. I go, we're still COVID pricing some of this shit, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this one sold this week. And it was actually a CGC 9.8, which that's pretty
Rare.
crazy to start with. But sold for $875. The last one sold, last 9.8 sold in 2007 for $150. But yeah, sold this week for almost 900.
When was it graded?
I didn't look.
I think it has a chance of getting a 9.9 now if you regrade it.
Of course it does.
We got to do that video, CPR 9.8. We got to do it.
I mean, this was the most exciting issue ever. That's what it says.
Yep.
Biggest, best, most exciting issue ever.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to go because there's a first opinion. I was nice.
How much
Frazetta,
is it sell
man.
for again?
900.
Yeah, $875 for a 9.8.
Moving on. This one's a crazy. I still don't know too much about this, but I know a little bit about it. Super Meat Boy, issue number 2.5. Stein, do you know anything
Wow.
about this?
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, it's probably a prelude to that cat eating cover. That's the only thing I can think, but I don't know nothing about this.
Bro, that's badass. I've never seen that. Super Meat Boy, dude.
So
I gotta
it's-
get that.
It's a video game. It's an Adobe Flash game. And for those of you guys that don't know, let me explain it to you a little bit easier. You know those games when you're at work and you get sent from your coworker and your email and you guys are sitting at your desk playing these crazy games all day? Those are Adobe Flash games, like the ones where you're bowling or you're playing tennis or these. I used to walk in on my coworkers, like sitting at their computers, all around a computer. I'm like, what are we looking at? And they're all playing this game going, he's about to hit the high score on this Adobe Flash game. It's like, what is going on here? Anyways.
see, this is why we disabled Flash everywhere nowadays.
So Super Meat Boy is a character, obviously, from that game. And they did put out another comic. Shout out to Nick over at Key Collector. This is Super Meat Boy number 2.
Dude, that's badass,
Yep.
dude.
Yep. So there you go there. And then this,
Dude, that's awesome, dude.
this was a giveaway, a promotional giveaway. I just don't know where. So if there's anybody out there that knows where this and how this was given out, all I know is it's a promotional giveaway. So
Yeah, I gotta
You had to buy a Gateway or a Dell, and then you got this book.
Oh my god.
a Texas Instruments, a Tandy. What was
So-
that? Tandy.
Tandy.
So does Meat Boy eventually become Meat Wad in Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Is that what happens?
well, so
No, I'm just joking.
yeah. It's very interesting, man. How much did this one sell for, Stein?
This one sold for 100.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. Promotional comic, Ben. Long, short. Promotional comic,
First appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Derek is telling us that the demo is free on the AOL CD, so I mean that might be the real first appearance, right?
Dude, people collect those
Oh.
AOL CDs. There's all kinds of different variants and shit.
Oh,
All
right.
There's a few on eBay right now.
Yep. Moving on. This one's another great historical book, Treasure Chest of Fun and Fact, issue number 2 from volume 17, which is actually issue number 308. And as you can see, it is a anti-communist comic for kids. Communism, threat to liberty.
Anti-communist comic for kids.
Right.
It just sounds really weird.
And it's got a
Bro,
code on
it
it.
was like so far in the kid's head. It was like, are you a communist? I think I am.
This is nuts, man. crazy. You got to get them indoctrinated young, dude. So,
Yeah, I feel like pop culture is so heavily political anymore that there's almost like if you don't buy stuff that's political, then you're like you don't even know what you're completely out of touch.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one is like anti-communism, right?
yeah.
Is it or is it? I don't know. It's hard. Is the sickle gonna cut off the hand of liberty?
That's what it looks
That's what
like.
it looks like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like pretty pro-communism comic cover. If I had to just guess and not read the interiors,
It says communism threat to liberty at the bottom left.
Huh,
but it's
okay.
written in red. And that means it's someone's blood, right? Okay.
Hey, but let's be honest. There is none of us that look through the treasure chest back issue bin.
I
I
didn't
thought it
even know
was
what-
a poster from Rocky IV, bro.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen this book before ever,
Yeah.
and I dig a lot. So
I've never seen Treasure Chest of Fun and Fact ever, and there's a lot of them.
Bro,
So-
see what other issues there are. See, fucking crazy.
There is some
So-
other crazy issues, but
Do they
they're
got a
not as
Stormy
crazy as this.
Daniels?
no Stormy Daniels. No.
So are
How much
people
is
starting
this-
to collect like all these different political symbol covers or something like that? Because you can where it's like
Foil.
where it looks like it's a pro whatever, and then it's actually anti on the interior. So like this book and the girl that knew the swastika
yeah.
tattoo,
Heidi.
or swastika book
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
How much did this sell for?
$60.
Wow, I would have paid that. Totally.
Oh, but we got to make it more pro-capitalism. So let's drive the price up, right? For the next copy. Let's
I
go.
think this is really rare.
Or if it's communist, if it's pro-communism, it's going to remain $60 forever until the end of time.
Good point.
everybody can get it for $6.
Nice. That was nice. You.
All right, moving on. Pierce Brown's Red Rising, Son of Ares, #1, the cover B, from Dynamite in 2017. I guess this is a major novel series like Game of Thrones or Wheel of Time or something like that, right?
Yeah, shout out to Tony Fix. He loves this. He loves this series.
Really? So he
Yeah, big
probably
time.
has this, yeah.
Hmm.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know much. I don't know anything about this. And you said this is Dynamite?
Yeah,
It does not look like a Dynamite cover.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're right. But
Yeah, it says
Dynamite,
Dynamite right there.
was Dynamite doing the Game of Thrones book, or was that Boom? Who was doing the Game of Thrones books?
Yeah, Dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay.
Was it
So-
Dynamite?
Yeah.
Was Red Rising optioned or anything like that?
I don't know, but it's like there's multiple books of it out there, so it's one of those major series.
Hmm.
You know.
No, if Blue Green is collecting some of these, I mean, he's kind of way ahead of us. Like
He's like Rain Man.
Yeah, dude. Like Tony's a deep spec, you know.
Yep. How much is this one going for? Because there is a variant to
Oh.
this that's like a 1 in 10 that's a black and white.
This a CGC 9.8 of this sold for $250.
Wow.
Wow! Holy shit! Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would totally pass this up.
I
Not
don't even
anymore.
know if I've ever even seen this series.
Watch, we're gonna get an announcement like in a couple of weeks and shit, you know.
Speaking of Dynamite, I want to give a big happy birthday wishes to Dynamite OG, Mr. Nick Barucci, who turned 55 today, I believe. So
All right.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, Nick.
Nick
The
Barucci.
speed limit. Nice.
Yeah. So positive thoughts out there to that old man.
Oh,
He was selling artwork today on YouTube, on the Experiences YouTube. He was selling some crazy artwork, and he put up this piece, and I forget who it was by, but it was like $2,500 because I was listening when I was coming home from the grocery store, and he goes, yeah, this piece is $2,500, but if you buy it, all the money I'm gonna give to the artist, which was cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. So
That is
but
cool.
if you guys don't know, Nick is a big OA guy, big OA fan. So, all right, moving on to an absolutely crazy cover of a comic book from 1945, Patches, issue number 1. Look at Grandma. Look at Grandma there.
Oh, damn. This is awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
The clown.
When I saw it on the list and I looked it up, I go, I'm surprised it wasn't the honorable mention.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Oh,
I did
really?
think about it. I did. Yeah, I actually did think about it. But I've never even heard of this book ever.
Bro, the colors on this thing
Me
are
either.
phenomenal.
Never
man.
seen this, but this is badass.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
first thing that comes to mind, this is the inspiration for Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely an almost 10 book. It's perfect.
Gee, it's the first appearance of Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball, bro. Duck, dive, duck, and dive.
The dog is cool looking.
Dr. Wrench.
And the clown. Yeah, that's
Dude,
interesting.
I love this book. This book is awesome, dude.
10
LB
cents.
Cole cover.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
This is LB Cole. No shit. I wouldn't have guessed that. Wow.
Mm.
Beautiful.
That is crazy. Yeah, CGC 5 sold for $1,200.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Damn.
There you go.
Pricey.
That book would look good in a slab, dude.
Yeah, I want to see that sale. I want to see what that book looked like.
Cool book.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we've got Let Me In Crossroads, issue number 1, the red foil photo cover from Dark Horse in 2010. Great movie. Both the original and the US remake. But this is the photo cover of the book from Dark Horse and Hammer, the movie production studio. I don't know if it was like a 1 in 10 or what, but it's also that the Let Me In is supposed to be in red foil, which would look gorgeous.
This
Yeah,
is on
my
my
co-
want list, by the way.
Is it?
My comic shop said it was a 1 in 5.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really weird, but
I think you're right. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. What's it going for? I've seen this book a lot.
$60.
No shit. $60. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Long shirt's like, I know exactly where I'm going to tomorrow morning.
I never saw the foreign version. I just saw the US, and that was a creepy movie.
Oh, the foreign one's even creepier because it's,
Is it?
yeah.
Well,
I
foreign
mean,
films
it was-
are always creepier, dude.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Just
'Cause-
being in like a different language and like, you know, the what do they call
Different
that?
cultures.
The Viking areas, Scandinavia and shit. That shit's scary, man. That cold and those small towns and
Mm.
anyways. Hammer
Just the
Films.
history there too.
Yep. Original
Did
was
you guys-
Scandinavian, yep.
Did you guys see the remake on? I think it was on HBO, not the movie, but the series. It came out just like last year or the year before.
Of this?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know they did a series.
yeah, it's pretty good. I was hoping they had a second season, but then they had the writer's strike.
There we go. All right. Well, moving on, we have Dark Souls, The Breath of Andalus, issue number 1 from Titan 2016.
This cover is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Have
I
you,
mean, if you could get rid of that stupid Titan white barcode thing or whatever they got going on the side, but put that on the back. Why are they putting that on the front?
have
Just
you
color
s-
touch the book and paint it black.
Ooh, you could.
Look how many variants there are of this book, dude. From 2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a ton, Brian. Yeah, a ton
A
of.
shit ton. I mean, and
And
there's
this is
a couple
the best,
of them
and
that
this
are,
is the best one.
I don't know. Let's take a look. This one looks
Mama.
pretty good.
Mama.
Has anyone played the game?
No,
Bro, that's pretty good.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan Qua. I wonder if this is Alan Qua's like first stuff.
What year? Is
This
that?
one's crazy. Here's the "You Died" screen, I guess.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Which you die a lot in this game if you didn't
Oh
know.
yeah, tough
And
game.
it's like one of those, yeah, it's like one of those tough games that's like, yeah.
This is interesting. There's a blank cover,
Wow.
probably rare.
Mm-hmm.
And then these ones are cool. Kind of like maybe original art, promo art or something. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
So there's a ton of variants for this book. This one's limited to 500. This one's a UK. Marco Turini. Alan Qua GameStop version. I bet you that one's
They have
rare.
Scotty. Do they have a Scotty Young?
Nope.
I'm
What
just
is this?
I bet that GameStop version is hard to get a high grade.
Ooh, look at that.
Man, everybody in the chat is saying this is like one of the hardest games ever.
It is.
Yeah, it's notorious for that. And there's
People
there's
quit
multiple.
gaming over it and shit.
So why is it moving? Is it because of the Fallout? Is what
Oh.
Fallout's doing with all these video game movies?
Well,
there
they-
news?
I think there's supposed to be a new video game coming out soon for this.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I
Okay.
think. Let me
It's
know in
even
the-
harder.
I mean, they've had like, I think it's like 2 or 3 different versions now at this point.
You die in the first 5 seconds. Fuck that. You died.
Right?
It's like one of those games where you
Start, you
repeatedly die. Yeah, you repeatedly die into, and it takes a long time to beat the game as well.
And when you die, you lose everything, right?
Something like that.
Man,
So you
that's where you
start
got to have
all over?
the cheat code immediately before the game starts, right, dude? So you're just like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And for the rest of the show, we're gonna watch a playthrough of Dark Souls.
Chad
you
Cave,
died, you died, you died.
Chad Cave goes, just got the only copy I saw on eBay for $20.
Nice.
Nice. Well,
Chad
that's
is
pretty
the
good.
master of the eBay snipe.
Yeah.
That's pretty good because this set an all-time high this week. CGC 98 sold for 300.
God
Ooh.
damn, dude.
Damn.
Ooh, and with how many 9.8s he's been getting, hopefully he can get another 9.8.
Chad Cave goes, so that's how much it's going for. We're talking about the graded one. Moving.
Real time live market report.
Yeah.
You know, coming reporting.
Good
from the
and
chat.
Evil, or Good versus Evil, issue number 1 from Saturn Comics. And this has got a really cool, funny, not backstory, but story about me looking for more information about this. Did you find any information on this, Stein? Do you know anything about this?
Dude, all I saw was this cover, and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, I can't even. Is he trying to like shoot like a artery at him or something? I can't even tell what that is. What is going on?
He's shooting
yeah.
evil at him, obviously.
Well, check this out. So I found this on Reddit in the comic book speculation Reddit. Somebody posted, "Hi all, this might be a long shot, but trying to get some info on this copy of Good versus Evil, signed. I can't find any info on this. I'm going through my dad's comics and I'm working on cataloging it all. Anybody know anything about this and what it's possibly worth? It's fine if it's absolutely nothing, mostly just curious at this point." Look into what somebody says. This guy goes, "The artist is my dad, LOL." And then his dad responds, "I helped create this book. As teenagers, me and a group of misfit comic collectors and artists published this book under the moniker of Saturn Comics. At the time, we were the youngest, not just published, but self-published comic creators on record since Stan Lee when he started at Timely. GVE had a 4K, this book had a 4K print run and made it into the Diamond Previews catalog, which is still distributed to comic book retailers worldwide. There were a total of 7 books, all creator owned, like Image. Those guys were a huge inspiration and influence on Saturn Comics. And although we never got all 7 titles off the ground, we did release a second book titled Macabre Tales, which is a short story compilation. So pretty interesting, man. I mean, he goes on and more about this, and talks about it. He says, I don't believe there's any on CGC boards. I need to send a few copies in to see if I can get a 9.8 or a 10. So pretty interesting to see the kid respond and then get his dad to go write up what was going on with this book.
That's weird.
Right?
Right from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, and that was 4 months ago. Or 7 months ago.
Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a recent discovery.
Yeah. So what did this sell for, Stein?
This sold for $50.
Not bad.
And it was that guy from Reddit too, huh?
Might have
It's like
been.
he apparently has the only known existent copy of this.
Yeah, and like, what the hell are you doing going through your dad's books, dude? Does he know that you're going through his fucking books, bro?
Jeez.
Dude, he needs
Bro.
that fix, dude. Come on, man.
Don't touch my books.
Hey,
Yeah,
right
it's-
on the bottom, does anybody know how to get rid of fingerprints? Right, he's trying to kill his dad.
Yeah.
And how do I ship this comic? I'm not sure.
Moving on, we've got our final book of the night, The Lump Sum Saga, issue number 1, the Jeffrey Veregi variant. And that is a tough name. I don't know why you would ever name that, because how many times do you think people fucked up and called it the Lump Saga? And you're like, ooh, I don't want to know about that book. I don't want to read a book about that.
That is cool, dude.
So I don't know much about this, though.
I don't either. What Veregi passed away, just a couple weeks ago?
Mhm.
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this one I've never heard of, never seen, I don't even know the publisher. Oh, there is no publisher.
No
Unknown.
publisher. Says here that this is issue number 1 of it. Says it's a Redwall meets The Martian with a Twilight Zone twist. So first story in the Lump Saga, first comic written by Greg Josvold, and then first appearance of a bunch of people. But I looked this up, and I can only find graded copies, and it was a 1 of 50. So, yeah. How much did it sell for on the Bay?
On eBay, it sold for $200.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Really?
if you want one of these,
Start your engines. Get your credit card ready.
When you're saying 1 of 50, like there's only 50 of them produced, or 1 in 50?
it says 1 of 50. Scarcity disclosure for collectors, limited to 50 available to the public, 75 total.
Whoa.
And I just dropped the link where you can go get it for $130, you guys.
Yeah, you could make $70.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, if you're like a Veregi fan, that's about as rare as you're probably going to get.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's good too.
It looks like Yogi Bear in space, bro.
Right?
And it's gone. Dang it.
I like that little umbrella on his tail or whatever that is.
Oh wait, hold on. That was
That's-
too long. Let me give a link to these people. Just
It-
go to
it
this
worked.
site. Here we go. Go to that site and you can get it. TLScomics.com.
I get a jump start.
There you go. So pretty cool. And remember this moment, because we're gonna harken back to this moment later in the show. You guys ready to do this? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Almost 10. And moving on to the list. Starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention, The Horrors, issue number 11 from Star Publications in 1953.
Yeah, so this one, this is why I didn't put the patches on there, because I saw this one, and I thought this one was probably more, I guess, relevant to where we are now. Yeah, this is a really good cover. The font on the title is just crazy.
So
It
good.
just, it's just so good. I don't, let's see here. The last let's see here. CGC 8 sold in 2022 for 1,200. This week it sold for 3,120. So like,
Wow.
it's about almost 3x from just 2 years ago.
Damn. Wow.
Is this
I-
LB
I
Cole?
Is it?
I don't
can't
know.
even tell.
I don't
I didn't
know.
look. It kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're starting to see these war books start to move now when they
Oh,
used
yeah.
to just sit forever on eBay, man.
So it is LB Cole, it sounds like. That's interesting. Chat saying LB Cole. I don't know if that's true, but chat's saying it. So
Are they fighting communism in this?
Of course they are. No question.
Uh-huh.
No question.
Yeah, what
It's a
year?
civil war.
1953. Yep, 100%.
Oh, I was just joking around, but I didn't think I didn't expect to be accurate.
Yep, good shit. Chat was on it. So love a lot of LB Cole books selling lately. LB Cole and Matt Baker. I've seen a ton of them over the last like 3 weeks for cheap too.
I mean, Baker is. I mean, with Stevens taking off, Baker following makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
All right,
try and find those Matt Baker covers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Half of them
they're
are
all
uncredited.
ghosts. They're all
Yeah,
ghosts.
And they're all some of them are uncredited. So you're like, is that or is that not? I don't know.
Yeah. You don't
Totally.
know.
100%. 100%.
Moving on to our regular honorable mention, DC 1 million, issue number 1. Dude, I remember this. This was a big deal to me because Grant Morrison was writing it, and I was stoked because it was Grant Morrison. I was a huge early Grant Morrison fan. And I want to say this was this Grant Morrison's first foray into DC? I can't remember. No, he was doing Vertigo stuff pretty early. So, but yeah, this is crazy. I remember this DC 1 million.
Somebody please help me on this because this book was basically either a dollar book or a completely unsellable. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't matter. You could hand it to somebody and they'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Huge.
It's free. No. Please don't put it in the
huge
bag.
burn on this. Huge.
Don't put it in
burn.
the bag, please.
Yeah, probably.
But now it's selling for like $10.
Get
So
the hell out of here. For real?
for real, like, what is going on? I have no idea.
Take it. Take it. Take it.
Sell
Okay,
'em. Sell 'em. Everybody sell 'em.
so according to Key Collector, first appearance of Solaris this month. Key Collector.
Solaris. Yeah.
Yeah,
Solaris.
so it's saying Solaris, Solaris, Solaris. Selling due to online speculation that Solaris is in the Superman movie, and he's got his numbers an increase in copies sold this week versus previous week, plus 25%.
Sell it.
Well, considering it
Dump
it was unsellable, it doesn't take much to bump that percentage up.
On Solaris. Hey, on Solaris.
Yep. Well, that's interesting. There was a book in this run of DC 1 million that's either a creator first or a weird key, like minor key. I can't remember what it is. Not this one, but
DeCall had some interior art for the Millennium, which I don't think was this, but
no.
rare interior art. That's tough to find, but I don't think it's this one. So
So are
Solaris
there a
might
million
be in the
copies out there?
Superman movie. Interesting.
Is that what we're assuming?
Probably.
easy.
I mean, this
easy
was
enough.
this was late '90s, so
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these million books. There's like a Flash. There's a whole bunch of these.
Yeah, it was like a huge event that they did. Crossover event.
It's like
A lot of
every
weird
character.
all black covers too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the number 10 spot. Absolute Power Special Edition Free Comic Book Day 2024. They did a variant for this book. This is a foil variant. Do we know if this was like a ratio variant? I know it's Free Comics, but when it was like one printed for every 25, or did they say?
I have no idea.
I didn't hear anything. Like a kind of like a retailer unlock or a percentile qualifier, or
Yeah,
maybe an incentive. Maybe
no,
an incentive.
maybe it was just like a ratio where they printed one for every this, and
Yeah, 1 for 1. Yeah, I get that.
Didn't they do that last year? Like they had a couple like 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 variants or something like that.
Yeah,
They had that Momoko.
One in 1,000.
Momoko.
Blade's daughter, right? That was
Yeah, the Momoko. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hated
one in
Kerouac
1,000.
says you had to purchase these from Lunar. They were not 30 cents. So there we go. $9.99
Interesting.
retail on these. Ooh.
Oh, okay. So they're basically selling for slightly above that $9.99. They're selling for like 10 to 15. It's a good cover, I think. I can't see his face on that little picture, but I like
agree.
the perspective of it.
I like it. Yeah. I
The
agree.
foil, is it spot foil? That would be cool. I doubt it,
that would be-
but who knows?
Huh.
Man, that's interesting. There we go. All right. The second Free Comic Book Day book on the list tonight. Moving on to the number 9 spot, we have our third Free Comic Book Day book on the list tonight. And this one is not surprising because we kind of talked about it on the other night on a show. I can't remember which one, but it's written by the guitarist of Fall Out Boy, I guess, right? Pete Wentz, or is he the bass player? I can't remember. And we kind of went over the storyline, and it's got a kind of interesting story that I didn't expect, but it's about suicide, which is very interesting. The girl at the beginning of this book is trying to kill herself, and she ends up opening this book or magic incantation where she becomes immortal and she can't kill herself. So kind of an interesting storyline, very risque.
That's weird that you bring that up, because I had picked up a book and it was based on a song on the Fall Out Boy album or some shit like that. And it was early 2000 book, and it's weird how like I just picked that up and then this thing. So I don't know. I got to look it up.
Synchronicity, man.
Yeah, man. It's weird.
Pete
I don't know,
Wentz
but
is the bass player.
Okay.
I'm sitting there thinking about that storyline. Most people would just call that hell. Like if like the one thing that you wanted to do and you can never do, like that would just be torture, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a vault comic, so I would tend to think that, like, kind of like the local retailers probably picked up a lot of the way more of the Marvel and DC and probably, I'm sure they got some of them, the vault ones, but probably not near as many as the other ones.
Vault's been getting a couple hits here in a row. I mean, working with the musical acts and this, the Slash one. There was another one we talked about a week ago. I mean, there's some really good stuff that they're putting out. So it's interesting.
This one's selling for like $10 to $15. So
Nice.
There you go.
I wouldn't pay it, but
nope,
somebody is.
Yep.
But now I might want to read the book. I mean, I might want to read it.
Yeah.
For free, you take it though, right? For
free, I would take it. Yeah, for free. I'd get my fingerprints all over it, get some bins on it.
No bad reward.
It was like Fallout Toy Works or something like that they had, and it was based on Fallout Boy.
Oh, that was the art germ covers.
Yeah, the art germs. Those are big books.
Oh, okay. I found some.
That's funny. So, all right. Free Comic Book Day books all on the show. All right, let's move on to the number 8 spot tonight, you guys. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3, the Marco Cacchetto second print Virgin 1 in 25. And this one's, it's okay. It's not that great.
I passed on it.
Yeah, it's probably good. Probably good call, Richie. I mean, the popularity is definitely not. Of course, now this one, 10 years from now, you'd be like, I can't even find this book. Does this book actually exist? Who knows?
Right.
But I mean, it's only $40, so it's not like it's crazy. And I just think Marvel
people have waking up from this buying the second print and synthetic ratios.
Don't start that. Yeah.
Marvel needs to change up their strategy. I think, but who knows? I'm sure the rest of the books that they're putting out right now, they're eventually going to do second, third, fourth print, 1 in 25s of those two. So they don't care.
Like someone's going to buy it.
Somebody will.
Well, a lot of people bought it this week. We'll see if it's on Buy the Dip next week. Moving on to number 7 spot, a classic Campbell. Would you call this a ghost? Would this be a ghost Campbell book? Because I've only seen it once and I bought it.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find.
There's a trade paperback that I believe has the same cover too, and I was going to pick it up, but it was kind of rough. It was wasn't taken care of. So
yeah,
this book is brutally hard to find. Like,
yeah,
let's not sugarcoat it. This book is brutally hard to find.
Yeah. Blue Monday, issue number 3, subtitle "The Kids Are All Right" from Oni in 2000, January of 2000.
I like it.
I've seen it. It's expensive on the Bay, man.
Yeah, this book is not cheap anywhere. Big time Campbell.
Yeah, it basically this week it set an all-time high. So 9/8 had been selling for about 150 to 175. Hit all-time high this week of 350. Raws are now getting close to Raws are getting close to 100 by themselves. So
that's what I get, dude. Like I was gonna buy this last year for like $80 and I didn't do it.
Shout out to Circumstances, another great YouTube comic book content creator. Just subbed up to the channel and he's heating up. So thanks for joining us.
Cool. Absolutely.
All right.
This book is really tough. Really, really tough.
What is this book even about?
Who cares? Look at the cover.
It's about like a mod in like ska music, and it's like the whole book is about more of like that mod music scene is what it's about.
So they ride Vespas everywhere, and then up to no good. Okay, anyways, there's 53 graded. There's 53 graded on the census. That's Blue Label's annual labels.
Wow.
Only 13 9/8s.
Oh,
That's
shit.
not many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mama.
Man.
Oh, and there's a first appearance of Adam Ant in comics in this.
Oh, there we go, man. Adam Ant.
What?
That's
where
actually
they
pretty
go.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is that the same Ant they do for Image Comics? Is it Image that does that comic book? Ant?
No, Adam Ant, the pop star.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. I've never heard of him.
Really? You've never heard of Adam Ant?
He's huge.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
All right. How much was this one selling for again, Stein?
9/8 at an all-time high of 350.
Wow.
Sorry, I thought I was on mute. Hot mic. Hot mic. I said that and I look at Ben. He's going like this, and I go, "Oh no,
dude! You stole my line. I'm always the one that said, like, damn, man, you beat me to the punch, dude."
I'm copying you. I want to.
Yeah,
Ooh.
man.
Hey, Red. Hey, Hood. Do you see AOA? Did you see his comment?
What do you put?
J. Scott Campbell is 85% hack. Pass.
Oh, the fight
Wow.
word.
What
Fight,
the
fight,
fuck?
fight.
He's 85% hack.
Joe, come on, man, get out there and fuck some shit up, man.
Bro,
Come on.
Brian, get him off of this chat, bro. God damn it.
Oh,
That's all
man.
right. That's all right.
Yeah. All right, moving
Joe's
on.
gonna be so mad he's gonna leave, like just storm off the show and be like, "Done, I'm done."
Number 6 spot this week, a gorgeous, absolutely beautiful Tula Lote 1 in 40 from a book that I love, but I haven't read lately, and I'm gonna for those of you guys that don't know about this book, I'm gonna do a little bit of talking. So this is a very interesting story of like a long drawn out fantasy, multi-part saga that is written by Claudio Sanchez, the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria, and he wrote this huge long drawn out saga as lyrics for the first 3 Coheed and Cambria albums. So if you guys are fans of Coheed and Cambria and read those lyrics and know the story, this is like a Dune, Star Wars type saga, really, really cool. And he started it selling books at shows back in the day, and then they jumped over to Evil Inc. And now they're doing these. A lot of these books are pretty rare, and this one, I didn't know that they were doing a new series. So you got this one, No World. This is volume 2, No World for Tomorrow, issue number 1. Just came out from Boom Studios this week.
Yeah, I think this book is pretty exceptional, to be honest with you, Brian. I grabbed this early. Tula Lote, she's top shelf currently, in my opinion, but beautiful book.
There is a 1 in maybe 15 or 1 in 25 of this as well that I think is, while this one's good, I think I like the 1 in 25 better.
What's the difference? I don't even know the difference, honestly, Ben.
It's
So
let's see if Brian can. Let's see.
So the title for this whole thing is the title for what, their second or third album, Good Apollo on Burning Star 4, Volume 2, No World for Tomorrow. This is the A cover, which is beautiful. And then there is a black and white 1 per store version of that. That is right there. And it's cool because if you're fans of the band, you see like it says Amberlina right here. All right. I mean, it's just for fans of the band. I love this type of stuff. What was the one you were talking about? The 1 in 10?
No, the next one.
Oh, the Mastraza 1 in 20. Yeah.
Okay, so different artists. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Look
that
at
cover's crazy good.
Dave, shout out to Dave's Collection. He said they had a signing for this last Wednesday at Forbidden Planet in NYC.
Nice.
Shout out to Rhino. Rhino says the singer of that band has the most annoying voice I've ever heard, in my opinion. I tried to listen to them, but it wouldn't get past his voice. So here's the thing. I agree with you on that, Ryan, at first. But if you listen to that album more than 3 times, you'll fall in love with it. And I fucking hate Rush. I hate Rush so much.
Really?
But these guys remind me of Rush.
No
And
Tom
I
Sawyer?
love these guys. It's weird. So if you're a fan of
You don't like
Rush,
slapping the
you'll
bass?
like these guys.
So you're saying, because I love Rush. So you're saying I'll like these guys.
Yeah, you'll love Coheed. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Richie, I'm surprised you didn't listen to Coheed.
Oh yeah.
No,
dude.
I've never heard them. I mean, I know
Yeah.
who they are. I just never.
Yeah, I guess they would fall in that category of band, like kind of like Thursday, like that post-hardcore almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So beautiful Tula Lote. Holy cow. How much is this one selling for?
This one's selling for 50 to 60.
Nice.
Not bad. Bad at all. All right, moving on to the number 5 spot this week. Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, the second print, Virgin 1 in 25, Kari Andrews. This was the A cover of the issue and just doesn't have the trade dress on it. But we talked about this the other night on the Wednesday night show on Beyond Wednesdays. Richie brought this up, talking about the new comic book day issues. This character, this new Venom character, I think it's a cool character. I think it could be a hit.
Yeah, and you brought up some really good examples. The Necroco and the Kid Venom. There's different little twists that they're putting on this stuff is I mean, for me, it's scratching my itch, so to for lack of a better term. I also thought about it from another angle. I'm like, I don't see Spider-Man in there at all, and like, almost on every single cover that is important has a first appearance of a character. Spider-Man's in that character in there too, or some kind of some kind of Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, whatever. So, long story short, I'm like, what if this is Marvel Entertainment's? We always say read the tea leaves. What if this is Marvel's Entertainment's way of trying to put out there a supernatural part of the Spider-Verse and see how people will react?
I think that's a great idea. Throw Carnage in there.
That's what I thought they were doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Richie, I like how you name dropped Long Story Short. That was nice.
Dude, I do that so much.
He does that all the time, man. He does that all the time.
That's where we got the title from. No, I'm just
We stole it from Richie. We stole it from Richie.
And I always go like this. I always go, okay, no pun intended. Okay, pun intended. Okay, like, because he's a friend, and I always want it's dumb.
What is this one selling for, Stein? You said 40?
This one's selling for 60.
60. Wow.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time.
That Tula Lotte cover is almost a direct knockoff from her Amazing Spider-Man cover variant.
Is it?
Yeah, the number 9, where she's hanging upside down as the Black Cat. You turn her head around and put it next to the head of that book you just showed. It's almost the same fucking cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. I like this cover a lot. I think Kari Andrews is awesome. This doesn't look like the normal Kari Andrews. I mean, it does if you're a Kari Andrews fan, but there's something different about it, which is good.
I mean, Kari Andrews has huge range, massive range in what he can do. So, agreed.
Yeah. So, all right, halfway through, let's get to the number 4 spot this week. War for the Planet of the Apes, issue number 1. This is the FOC Paulo Rivera variant from Boom Studios, another Boom book from 2017 on the list. I wonder why this one's popping all of a sudden.
So, yeah, the movie comes out this week.
Came out today.
Yeah.
Oh, it came out today? Nice.
But, I mean, so you basically go back and track the sales on this. This was a $15 book, then an $80 book, then a $100 book, and now it's a $125 book.
Wow.
And it is just a B cover.
Dang. We are speculating wrong.
Yep.
What's the new one called? It's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, right? Kingdom?
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. They make them apes look so real. It's
I know.
ridiculous.
I love it.
It is
I love
ridiculous.
You think it's creepy a little bit?
It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Human eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody have this on
No.
Ben, you got this one?
I don't have this one. No, not at all.
I want this one. It's on my want list. For a matter of
All right, time to start buying Godzilla books. It's probably too late for that though, too.
I got to bounce, guys. I'll see you.
Later,
See,
brother.
I told you,
Bye,
Joe was
Bye,
gonna
Joe.
leave in a rage.
Kiss
fit.
my ass, AOA.
That's all.
Later, brother.
Quit being a
Kingdom
hack.
of Apes movie was sweet, says AOA. So there we go.
Have you guys seen them all? Have you guys seen all the at least the?
I tried to watch the first one, and I'm like you guys. It was hard. It's hard to watch, man.
Yeah,
It's like so real
Agreed.
looking.
I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into
I
it.
love it. I'm so into it. Totally.
Yeah.
I missed the last couple.
I think I watched one tripping and it freaked me out, so I stopped watching.
No, but I could totally see where it's tough to get into.
All right. 3 more to go, you guys. 216 watching live. Hit that thumbs up if you guys are enjoying what you're watching. Sub up if you're not already subbed up. Let's get into the number 3 spot. Usagi Yojimbo the Crow, issue number 2. The Mitsuhiro 1 in 40 for issue number 2. And you guys know that other 1 in 40 went crazy for issue number 1. I'm not surprised that this is, coming out week of at number 3.
Yeah. So this is this new character, right? Whoever
Yep.
this is,
Mm-hmm.
girl
I-
Usagi.
I spent days looking for this thing. After FOC, no good.
Sorry. Yeah. So it's sales are scarce.
Yep.
They did sell out on. So it's a 1 in 40, and Midtown had them for 135 and sold out of.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't
see,
see
I would've
those
done that.
cannabis leaves. What the fuck? I should have
No
bought
way I
this.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Cannabis leaves?
Looking behind her,
Oh
bro.
shit!
Five
Oh shit!
finger cannabis leaves.
Wow. Interesting.
Unless you're Canadian, then it's a maple leaf, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's a cannabis leaf.
But
This is one of
this
those
is
books, man.
even outside of Midtown, this is still well over $100 book.
Yes.
Just to start.
Mhm.
So
But that's kind of cool too, because it has the opposing side to Usagi facing the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good eye.
Dave's collection says those are Dragon Balls, Bri. Yeah.
I
No,
just have a feeling this is one we're never gonna see.
Yeah.
Just never gonna see.
probably right.
Well, what's the other one still selling for? Is it still selling for ridiculous amounts?
I think
It's
it's still over 400.
Wow.
Is it 400 now?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can look. You can do a live look on it, but I think it's like $400.
Jesus.
Aaron, how did we miss these, Aaron? It's your fault.
How did I miss? It's because they changed to Dark Horse.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So I
40-year anniversary. So, all right, moving on to the number 2 spot. Remember I told you to put a pin in that one that we were talking about earlier, where I dropped the link to go buy copies of it during the show. And yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, this was on the Almost 10 last week. And I found a link for the book during the show, and I put it out on the air. And let me tell you the lesson to learn here, you guys. Don't share the link until you know you're going to get a copy.
Oh, definitely.
see, we talked about it on Long Story Short that Thursday, the day before, and Ben sent me a link. I think, and someone else did too, as well, like within the group chat. And I was
Oh,
like, kind of like,
shit.
I was
Nice.
like, yes. And so I ordered mine.
That's funny.
I didn't. How did I even miss that? That's how I must have been so tired. I didn't even know you put a link.
Well, remember you had to
for
switch
this.
to your phone. didn't you?
Oh, is that it was?
Yes.
I think you had to switch to your phone last week.
So how much was this? This was like $30 or $20 on the website, right?
$30
Yeah.
on the website, and it was $100 last week.
Yep. And
Oh,
now it is
he upped it to
200.
100.
And now it's
No.
It was selling for 100 on eBay,
Oh,
and now it is 200 plus.
ooh,
wow.
raw.
Yeah, raw.
So if there's anybody out there that got multiples of them, and you happen to have seen it on this channel, and you just want to send me or Ben one, we'll be happy about it.
Do
Hey, I
not
can
send it. Do not send it to me. Do not send it to me.
No.
Here, I'll send you my eBay link.
Yeah. So is this going to become one of those rare ghost Scotty Youngs?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, on that website, you could only order one. It was one per. I don't know if it was one per order or just like, one customer, you're done.
We'll see. This is
That-
crazy. This is why I love House of Stein, because you find out about books like this, right?
Exactly.
This is just gorgeous Scotty Young, and now it's going to be a rare ghost, and I'm sure people are out there going to be like, you guys are pumping the market, this and that. You knew about that book, this and that. You guys bought. No, I missed out on it, you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in what Dennis said. Like issue 1 burnt, all the remaining copies burned in a fire.
Yeah, he says this book is cursed.
No
Hey,
shit.
Dennis, do you want this book?
Damn.
Wow, man. That's not good.
Weird.
We'll have to figure out a way to find out more. Maybe reach out to the guy who did it, because that's where the book, the link was for the creator's site that created it. So
So maybe they're like smoked copies. Like they
do they smell like smoke? Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't smell ashy.
Oh, you got one. You suck again.
Oh, you didn't see? Yeah.
No.
I got one.
Oh, is that foil? Are they foil?
No, it's just my lighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My
Well,
light is
good for you.
Yeah.
Show the thing of the guy scent of it, of the yeah, he drew on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
Dude, that
here's
is
something
so cool.
unique about this book, right? It's like a kid's book almost, like size. Like this is the spine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
They did it long ways. That's cool.
Yeah, they did it long ways. Yeah, and then it came with a couple, like a card and a sticker
Oh,
in the back.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. So
Yeah, that's a big score. So
yeah.
there we go. Shout out to Fairlane the Goblin's creator.
Sell the book, keep the original art, right?
Yep.
Isn't that the phrasing?
Yeah, I think so. I saw a bunch of people, tagged I tagged us on IG of them getting theirs, and I think he did that to all of them. He drew on all of them.
That's
on
awesome.
all the it's the mailing envelope. I would turn it around, but I don't want to dox myself or
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though, like, if you've gotten a giveaway from me, you know where I live now. So.
Yeah.
But that's not an invite either.
Cool book. Cool book. So be on the lookout, you guys. Moving on to the #1 spot, you guys. Oh boy. Blood Hunt Red Band Edition, issue #1, the Crime Suspense Stories #22, Homage 1 in 25. Second straight week at #1. That is hard to do on the House of Stein Hot 10 list, you guys.
Let's go.
That is hard to do. But when so this book last week was $75 and now it's 200 plus. Yeah, it blew up this week. So
insane.
Yeah, when I
good
found
for
out
you,
on Monday,
Yee.
Yeah.
Dude, it didn't sell yet. It's on eBay.
I just, you know what? Forget you, Yee. I hate you this week. Like,
I know.
Oh, because for what 2 weeks in a row, I have the #1 and #2 book.
Man.
Yeah. Wait,
Literally, I have
so many.
I have
of these,
none
dude.
of zero. I have none of these books at all.
There's got to be a ton of these out there too.
Yeah.
You would
Oh.
think.
Well, so I don't know if this part is true or not. So what I've heard is that in order to get the Thor one, the Red Band, you had to order 25 copies of the Red Band book, and it didn't count towards any of the regular books.
No shit.
Yeah, so I don't know how true that is, but if there's a retailer in chat that's still ordering new comic books, let me know, or let us know, I guess, or someone that's watching on the rewind.
Say that again.
So, okay, so you know how there's two different versions of the book, right? The Red Band versus the A A cover, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the adult versus the
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was an open to order red band cover. You had to order multiple 25 copies of the red band to get this book.
Oh,
Not just
the
25
A.
copies
Copies.
of Blood Hunt.
Right.
Wow. And it was
So-
$6.99.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, good good point.
So I
Jeez.
mean, I wonder if that kind of changes the the viewpoint of that ratio, right?
Yeah,
That makes it kind of like a qualifier, and it was obviously a more expensive book. So
Wow. Tetradiatom says the LCS guy said he's selling these for 600.
what
Oh
the
my god.
God. Mind blowing.
Jesus. Unreal. Well, if you got one like Yee, put that sucker on eBay.
oh yeah, no, because I posted it the Wednesday when you're like,
Post it now. Yeah.
yeah, it's already on. I need to list the farlings. Unless it's a curse book, then I don't know. Maybe I should keep it and do satanic rituals with it. Is that what happens?
Circumstances says
who
I
is-
had this book in my hand for $15 when my LCS informed me it was already sold. Oh,
Oh,
Who-
what happened to Finders Keepers?
yeah.
Who's chopping Thor's head off?
I don't know.
great.
It's still in the poly bag.
It's
so
one of
I'm
those
not
new
sure.
characters. It's, I imagine,
Holding his hammer.
or maybe it's Thor holding it. I don't know. Is he holding his own
I'm
head?
still really shocked that Marvel put this out.
He's decapitated for sure.
Well, I think they wanted to key in on the super bloody red band edition, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I mean, they didn't even cover anything up. So that's what
know.
I'm just surprised that Marvel. I mean, where we know personally some of these retailers who've tried to get specific covers ordered, and Marvel rejects them,
Yes.
and they let this fly. I'm shocked.
It's because someone shook their tree and it's like, wake up. You got to be more violent than everything that's streaming and video games.
I
RJ
love-
says,
RJ says it's garbage, but I love it.
mm,
I personally don't like the cover. I don't care. I just kind of knew it would sell.
No,
like
the
the cover.
book, the story.
Oh, the story. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I like the cover. I think it's cool.
You like this cover? I really don't like this cover.
If it was on an indie, I probably wouldn't, but it's on a Marvel, so it makes it that.
Thor's
much
not
cooler.
dead. Thor's not dead.
He's like Deadpool. His body's gonna regrow,
Yeah.
so he'll be fine.
This is a great book. I'm definitely reading the main series. I'm gonna have to check out the tie-ins, but Dave's collection might have just ruined this for everybody. Look at Thor's cockeyed.
Yeah, but he's decapitated. Does it matter?
When you get decapitated, does your eyeballs instantly go like this?
Isn't
Well,
that no? I'm
Don't your
thinking
eyes
back.
roll back when you die?
Doc Joe, you in the chat? Let us know.
Hold on, no, I'm thinking back at the original cover.
Uh-huh.
I think
Her eyes are like that?
her eyes. I think her eyes are like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Huh.
look at this. Uniform 13 says, yes, eyes are perfect for decapitation. How do you know?
Dun, dun, dun.
Liger style says decapitated. So yes, eyes roll back and cockeyed. Keep it. There you
He
go.
likes it, Spec. He likes it.
I mean, just think about the all the heads with the guillotine, where it's people are looking up, right?
Well, the new characters, there's 5 new characters in it, and hope to God they
Yeah.
don't kill any of them off. Keep them.
Yeah.
New
Yeah, Brian
villains are
turned me
tough.
on to this. Brian turned me on to this, and I like it. I've read the story twice. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I really like the new villains. So, and by the way, Dracula is showing up here soon, and it sounds like it's not like Dracula is like a bad guy. It sounds like he's going to be a good guy or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be a special tie-in, and he's going to have a new character with him, some new female vampire killer. That's going to be a new character out of this. There's a series with her and Dracula.
Hold it. A vampire killer becomes friends with
Exactly, right?
So you're saying
from the original vampire.
So you're saying it's this version? It's a new version of Dracula?
No,
right?
no, it is the Dracula of Marvel.
But he's good. He's a good guy.
It sounds like he's trying to fight what's going on here because these aren't the original Dracula vampires. These are a special breed of vampires from the moon or some shit.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is like going to be like a True Blood crossover coming. Like, I feel it coming.
Shout out to Uniform 13. He says, "I just do." On how does he know about what a decapitated head looks like? I just do.
Hey, Uniform 13, I think you just won a prize. So if you
send us your address.
I really think the MCU after this Deadpool versus Wolverine and these Avengers movie, I think they're going to pivot hard towards the supernatural stuff. So
I don't disagree.
All this stuff is definitely worth keeping an eye on.
I mean, because look how well the reception of Werewolf by Night was, and then the following year they released it in color. You know, like I watched both versions. Like watching the color version, that was pretty interesting to see. To be completely honest,
gosh, that one was so good. I should go back and watch that one. That was a great episode.
Yeah, like a mini movie, right? Like a short film.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Wait, did y'all watch it in color too?
Nope. Just the black and white.
Yeah, check out the color version because it still keeps a retro style to it too. It's not just it's not just like HD, like
Oh, it looks like from the 70s or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Cool.
So, all right, you guys, hit that like button and stop fiddling with yourself, like Dave's Collection says. Sub up if you're not already subbed up. And more importantly, go sub up to Spec Media, Richie's channel that he's been doing great content on with Yee. Here is the link to that channel. He is close to 1,000 subscribers. They are at 967. So we only got 2 subscribers out of this show, you guys. There's over 200 of you watching. Go sub up to Spec Media. Get them to 1,000 subs. They deserve it. They're doing good shit. That being said, we will see you guys next time. Tomorrow night, Modern Comic Mayhem over at Beyond Wednesdays. We'll see you there. What do you say, Stein?
See ya.